How's it going, everybody? My name is Raved and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. In the last episode, we took down Snaddle and Ardos on top of Cidark Isle. At long last, we have finally gotten to the final area in the game. And I don't mean Cidark Isle in whole, but the final place that we can finally visit towards the end of the game, at least for the main story. And in this episode, after we went ahead and defeated Ardos, we now have access to this dome. The same dome that we saw not only in the opening cutscene for this game, but also when we saw the opening cinematic for our introduction to Cidark Isle. So, I say we go ahead and enter. Now, upon visiting this place, you can notice that there are two things for you here. There's a Pokemon healing machine if you would like to use that, should you have taken a lot of damage from Ardos's and or Snaddle's fight, as well as a PC should you want to go ahead and revise your Purify Chamber, or if you just want to switch up some Pokemon that you might have used if you're using different team setups, in which case, that would be a nice strategy for you to use and make your whole gameplay diverse and all that. But, me personally, I like having our current team. As you can see with our current team, we desperately need some healing. So, how about I go ahead and heal my Pokemon, and then I'm going to work on the Purifying Chamber a little bit, and I'll show you the progress of that when I'm done. So, taking a quick look at the Purify Chamber, as you can see, sets 1 to 7 are completely filled with all these Pokemon. And what's even crazier is if we go to our PC right now, there are a lot of freaking Shadow Pokemon right now that are ready for purification, or not just for purification, but are ready to start getting purified. And that only does not apply to Box 7, but Box 8 has a couple as well. 2 that are not yet purified and 2 that are ready to be purified. So I'm going to go ahead and put 7 of the ones that are ready to be purified in the box as usual, and bring 7 that are ready to start being purified in the sets. Alright, now that I'm done editing the sets, I want to go ahead and make quick note of Set 2 and Set 6. Now, what do these two sets have in common? I'll go ahead and go over them one more time. If you looked at the flow and you saw that those two have the same amount of flow as if it was something like Set 5, where it is lacking those 2 extra tiny little bars there, you are correct, and you have very good observation for that. I want to go ahead and explain that. Now, I remember going over the Purify Chamber when we first went over it, but now I have one last thing I would like to talk about with the flow. As you see right there, the flow is now greater than that of Set 5. And this only applies when each Pokemon, including the Shadow Pokemon, are of a different type. Set 4, for example, as you can see, there are 2 part Dark types, and that honestly prevents the flow from being more than just 4 bars. In Set 6, there is a unique type for each one: Fire, Ghost, Psychic, Bug Poison, and Dark. And the same applies for Set 2. Yes, there are some exceptions to this, and some people may have thought that Solrock was a Fire type as well, and I wasn't going to just say that Fire type was something that, was the only thing you could. Rock, Psychic, Steel, Ice, Water, Poison, Flying, Fighting. And for Set 1, Ground for Phanpy and Numel make the flow unable to have more than just 4 bars. This is very important for you to know, as you will need to do this later on. Alright? So just make sure that you have some Pokemon that are like this in the flow, where they are, more than just 4 bars and you have 2 little ones. And when all of your sets do have that unique type, the flow gauge will be completely maxed out. So do not worry right now if you're wondering why you don't have your flow gauge completely maxed out. All you need to worry about right now is the tempo. The tempo is the most important. Alright, but anyways, now that I put all these Shadow Pokemon in there, I say we finally go ahead and encounter who is behind these doors. All our Pokemon are fully healed. So, let's go ahead and say hello. Ho ho ho! Now this is quite a surprise. You managed to defeat Ardos. Of course, you have also been so many of my followers. Perhaps it's no surprise that you won. I must say that I haven't been this excited in a long time. I do have an appreciation for the strong, you see. However, I also cannot allow your interference. My Shadow Pokemon plan is nearing completion. So for the time being, I think I'll have you securely out of the way right where you are now. And just like that, he throws his back towards us and puts a huge freaking wall of glass. Now, I have to say right now, yeah, we can't go any further right now. However, do you guys know what's on our left arm right now? We are basically part cyborg with this freaking arm, and I'll be damned if we do not have the ability to punch our way through this glass with our robotic arm. We won't get hurt from it. It's robotic arm. Steel can easily break through glass. Anything can break through glass. Our own bones can break through glass. I understand this is a Pokemon game and all, and you're not supposed to do that because it won't be rated E for everyone. But still, if it wasn't, imagine how badass it would be to just punch our way through, have some scars on our arm or whatever, have some like cuts on our clothes or whatever. Just go and be like, Master Greevil, you are a jerk. And just do that. But anyways, you saw we cannot enter, so we have to leave for the time being. And guys, I think it's finally time to use these rare candies. And you know who I'm going to use it on? Athena. Athena needs to get these. I want to give Athena the rare candies. The reason for that you'll see in a later time. So let's go ahead and get Athena up to level 44 as we can do so. And as for Legend, I think Legend should be the lowest level on our team. I know that it would make sense to have the strongest Pokemon on our team be the least leveled up, but in all reality, it balances itself out. So now that our team is above level 40 and Athena is now just as strong as Black Hole in terms of level differences, I say we finally go ahead and start. So you may remember that over here there was an elevator, and we cannot go down that elevator. So what do? Well, if you try and go ahead and leave towards the other areas where the other two elevators were, guess who comes? Mr. Monkey Man himself. It's me again, kid! You know, it makes me kind of happy to see you since I've seen you so often. But the way you keep beating me, my cred's taking a beating! So, Master Gale gave me this one last chance to redeem myself, but this is it! If I lose this one, there's no tomorrow! Here goes! It has been not that long ever since we fought him back at the Cypher Key Lair, but now we are ready to take on Cypher Admin Gorigan once again. He's going to be starting out with his Slowking and Earth Ring, the same as before. Level 42 with the moves Psychic, Earthquake, Water Pulse, and Protect, as well as his Earth Ring being level 43 with the moves Brick Break, Protect, Slash, and Earthquake. Alright, so beginning this fight, I want to go ahead and use Sky Attack on one of these two. They both have Protect, and I'm curious to see who's going to use it first. Now, this is a little bit of a risque move on my part, but I want to see exactly what I can do. So, I'm going to go ahead and use Sky Attack on Slowking, and whoever's going to use Protect will not get attacked, and if not, my whole turn will be rendered useless. So, I'm going to hope that Slowking uses Protect. Let's see. Alright, let's see who does it. No one's using Protect! Damn, that's awesome! Alright, instant damage towards the Earth Ring of Gorigan's team right away, and Slash, really, dude? On the that really did a bit of damage, but it wasn't quite enough to make me be all worried about it. And Psychic, alright, that should be a little bit more devastating. Let's not go this far in a critical. Oh man, 100 damage to the crit. But that is not so worrisome to me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use Brick Break on Earth Ring once again, and let's see, yeah, now use Protect. Alright, you know what? I'm okay to use Protect on that, because right now Sky Attack is all I wanted to get landed. Now this may not be able to take out Slowking in one hit, but oh, a critical! Nice! Nice job, Athena! Oh, this is such a better run than my other ones, because right now, I'm going to say right now. That was a great word choice. Let me go ahead and tell you, after he sounded the next Pokemon. His next Pokemon, his Laren has finally evolved into an Aggron, similar to ours. Level 43 with the moves Protect, Iron Tail, Earthquake, and Brick Break. As I was saying before, I actually lost. I tried recording this earlier today, and I lost against Gorigan. This is the only fight, or actually one of the only fights towards the end of the game, in which I honestly get worried about losing. Because this, honestly, Gorigan's team right now is pretty damn hard. I'm not gonna lie. I have troubles fighting it a lot. And nowadays, with that whole Sky Attack landing a critical hit, that just made my day. That made the battle so much easier. However, at later times, it will become harder. But right now, at least we'll be able to survive now that Slowking and Earth Ring is out of the way. Alright, so his next Pokemon, similar to Laren evolving to Aggron, his Celio has evolved into a Walrein. Level 44 with the moves Earthquake, Double Edge Protect, and cross that waterfall in the top right. That is in fact Ice Beam. My sources do have errors sometimes. Last episode, Castform did not have the move Water Pulse registered on its list. And because of that, some people were confused on that and they had complaints in the comments. So I had to go ahead and correct that in an annotation format. And right now, I'd like to go ahead and mention right now that Walrein has Ice Beam. It does not have Waterfall, but all the moves are the same as well. He does have Earthquake, Double Edge, and Protect. Waterfall is replaced with Ice Beam. I don't understand why they would ever do that, and who the hell had the idea to just put Waterfall there. But yeah, Walrein has Ice Beam. Alright, so I want to go ahead and use, Sky Attack on Walrein and Brick Break on Aggron. Who's using Protect? Aggron's using Protect. Alright, I am okay with that. The only thing I'm not okay with, never mind. Alright, that's exactly what I was hoping for, honestly. If he was going to use, like, Double Edge or something, I would have been worried. And the same with Ice Beam as well. But Earthquake is honestly what I am okay with. Snuggle survived the attack, and Athena didn't get affected. Meaning Brick Break may, while it may not do much damage to Aggron at all, we can still use Sky Attack on Walrein. And that is what I'm hoping for. So, Sky Attack, this will not... Oh, you missed! What? Come on, no! No! I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful, Athena, no! Oh, man, that is not good. Okay, you know what? Now you've really got on me upset. Poseidon, get out there and whoop some ass! Okay, so, my plan right now for the next turn. I want to go ahead and use... I think I would like to use water... Never mind. You'll see in just a second. I was kind of hoping... Or not hoping, I was kind of expecting Brick Break to miss for some peculiar reason. But anyways, now that Snuggle has evolved, or at least has grown to level 44, and Poseidon has grown to level 43 as well, I say we go ahead and announce Gorigan's next Pokemon. His next Pokemon is a Poliwrath, but not just any Poliwrath, a Shadow Poliwrath. Level 42 plus, move Shadow Rush, Shadow Sky, and Shadow Storm. Shadow Sky is going to be very deadly, I assure you. I have tried fighting this guy, voice crack, I've tried fighting this guy several times in my past playthroughs. And I've always lost because of his Shadow Sky. Shadow Sky, while it may not seem like such a hard-hitting move, will really hurt you if you're trying to be risky like right now. Snuggles is at 9 HP, and I'm very worried about that. So Poseidon, I want to go ahead and dedicate your turn right now. I was mentioning I was going to use Water Gun and a move like that, but right now, I'm going to go ahead and use a full Restore on Snuggles. I know he doesn't have any stat conditions, and I know the higher potions have been a little bit better, but I feel like using a full Restore right there just because it's more convenient. Alright, so... I want to go ahead and use Return on Poliwrath. I'm not worried about Walrein in the slightest. I want Poliwrath gone. Poliwrath has a massive attack stat, and Shadow Rush is going to be deadly as hell. Now, this will not do that much damage against... Okay, you actually did a lot more than I was hoping. Oh, you froze me! What? Come on! Oh, yes, Snuggles! Way to go! Oh, man, that's perfect! Oh, this is so good so far. Alright. Yeah, Shadow Sky. That, honestly, like I said in the past, will affect you if you're at low HP. If I kept Snuggles down a low amount of HP, well, he would have died regardless from Ice Beam. But if it didn't get hit with Ice Beam, it surely would have fainted from that Sky Attack. Or rather, from that Shadow Sky. Alright, so, Poseidon, your turn. I want to dedicate to actually catching Poliwrath. I want Poliwrath gone from this fight as soon as possible. It is a massive threat, especially when it coincides with this next Pokemon, which I'll be able to hopefully say if Poliwrath can get caught in its freaking Ultra Ball. And I have to say right now, Poliwrath has been one of the hardest Pokemon for me to catch in the entire history of my gaming career with this game. As you saw right there, I could not even catch it with 2 shakes of the Pokeball. And Shadow Rush, this is what I was really dreading. That is going to do, for Poseidon's sake, a lot of damage. Seriously, it is just so freaking powerful with Shadow Rush. I am legitimately scared of that Poliwrath, as well as his next Pokemon. We're not going to get into that right now. At least Snuggle survived, so we can use Brick Break on Walrein. Now, that did not take out Walrein, but it did do a lot of damage. I was already expecting that, so we're okay on that end. Alright, Walrein. I'm going to try and go ahead and do the same thing that I did this turn. I would like to go ahead and use Brick Break on Walrein, and I would like to go ahead and catch Poliwrath one more time. I really want to test my stupid freaking luck. The time right now is 11:01 a.m. I know it is not 12:55 where I get insane catches with freaking Pokeballs, but right now, I want Poliwrath caught. So Brick Break on Walrein, again, the same plan as last turn. Let's see how this works. And I'm very hopeful, and I'm going to hope, I'm going to pray, I'm going to cross my fingers, I'm going to cross my toes, I'm going to cross my eyes, and I'm going to cross my pair of chopsticks and hope that I catch it Poliwrath. That's how you do it! Yes! It only took me 3 tries! Oh, thank the Lord, Jesus, Potato Biscuit! His last Pokemon is a Mr. Mime, level 42 plus, or Shadow Mr. Mime, level 42 plus, with the moves Shadow Storm and Shadow Shed. Similar to the last battle we had in the Cyber Killer against Gorigan, His Shadow Pokemon consists of a Fighting and a Psychic type, a massive combination of both a special attacker, being Mr. Mime, and a physical attacker now, the way with his Shadow Poliwrath, similar to that of before, with his Shadow Primeape and Shadow Hypno. Seriously, a very good combination on his part. I really like that about Gorigan's strategy, although I am confused why he would have a Psychic type when he is just a monkey-minded person. But I am still so glad. Seriously. Like I said last time, I freaking lost in my last recording, and I'll have outtakes for that at the end of the episode. But still, I am so surprised that I actually got here with the right team as I have right now. Poseidon and Selgars are low HP, yeah, but look at the rest of the team that we have right now. Aggravation, Black Hole, and Legend are at full HP, ready to kick Mr. Mime's ass. This is just perfect. I do not even know what can go wrong right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Bite on Mr. Mime. And you know what? Because I like to be funny, and because I just feel in such a wonderful mood right now, Mr. Mime, how would you like to be caught in a Great Ball at full HP? This may not be no bait net catch, but hey, let's see how this works. And I swear to God, if I catch it, lower your earphones. Yeah, I was not really hoping so. If there was, you guys would have had a warning prior to that, just because I don't want you guys to completely be killed with your ears. Alright, but Shadow Storm. Mr. Mime, most feared attack. I really do not like that move. Shadow Storm Mr. Mime is crazy because Mr. Mime has a very good special attack stat, and because of that, Shadow Storm, since it is a special move, will do a lot of damage. Similar to Shadow Poliwrath, having Shadow Rush to inflict all the damage. And I understand why Shadow Poliwrath would have Shadow Storm, because its special attack stat isn't as great. Alright, but if we're dealing with special attacks here, I say we send out Black Hole, since Black Hole can resist a couple of hits on that end. And as you saw right there, I did not mention that when it just happened, but we do, at least I believe it was the first time in which both of our Pokemon fainted at the same time. So now I have to switch between, or we have to go ahead and swap out two Pokemon. So I want to send out, let's take a look at the special attacks, or special defense, 79 versus 71. Legend can resist a little bit better on this part. So Legend and Black Hole, come on out! Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and think right now about what I want to do for this turn. I do want to weaken Mr. Mime a little bit. Alright, I have my idea right now. I am going to go ahead and use Bite on Mr. Mime. And for Black Hole's turn, I say I use... Okay, let me go ahead and call Black Hole. And I'm going to use Bite on Mr. Mime. I don't want this to do a whole lot of damage, hence why I'm using Legend's turn to use a move that will not do that much damage, despite it being super effective against Mr. Mime. You see right there, Black Hole didn't take a whole lot of damage from that Shadow Storm, and as for Legend's case, well, Aggron would have taken more. Alright, Bite. Let's see how much damage this does. I'm hoping for like 1/3 at least. Okay, yeah, that looks like it'd be around 1/3. In fact, it is 1/3, surprisingly. So, that is very good on our part. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright. Now I can use Body Slam on Mr. Mime, and I can start chucking the balls on Mr. Mime. I'm going to use a Great Ball right now because I still feel in a really good mood today, because I swear to God, what could possibly go wrong? Watch this entire episode crumble to pieces with Mr. Mime just being an overall god. Whoa! Yeah! Oh my God, that was perfect! Gorigan! In alternate universes, I got my ass whooped by you, but this time, I whooped your ass! This makes me feel so good inside of my extremities. Bruh! We're doomed! I apologize for talking about my extremities. They are not actually extremities, they are just my guts. Blech! That was the very last chance Master Greedle gave me! How could I keep losing some kid over and over? If there were a tree, I'd climb it to get away from all this! Two things, Mr. Monkey Man. First, good job to the person who made your line, because you're in the nature of that of a monkey. And second, why climb a tree when you can just, oh, I don't know, leave the ore region like Zook did? Hell, you both are pretty big and stupid. You both can have some kind of fun life as, you know, I don't know, leaders of a gym or something like that. I mean like a literal gym, not just a Pokemon gym, like a literal gym where you just like lift weights. And Gorigan is just on like a jungle gym or something, just talking about how buff he is, and Zook just being all like, you know, narcissistic and all. But anyways, with that being done said, I say we end things off here. I know it was a bit of a short episode today, but I'm just saying right now, that was a very good battle, and I really hope to God you guys enjoyed it. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale Darkness, Gorigan came up from this elevator. So let's say we go down it and see what lies there. Who knows, maybe it could be an extra entrance towards this dome. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. God, that's horrible. Poseidon, come on. I pray. No, 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 no! Stop it! Alright. Poseidon is the only one alive. Gorigan, you are despicable. I'm chancing it right now. I am chancing it right now. Time to test my stupid luck right now. Let's see how this works. Gonna cross my fingers, cross my toes, and cross my eyes. Come on, do it! Oh my god! Okay. Shadow Storm. Seriously. Dude. Poseidon, withstand it. No! This is what happens when you lose. I lost.